Hi, I'm Hillary Walsh. I'm an immigration attorney in Phoenix, Arizona, and I help immigrants all over the United States and, in fact, all over the world come to the United States. And if they're already here, help them stay with any lawful means possible. Maria helps me, has been with the firm since the spring, and she has developed an incredible skill set for helping families who have a family member who's in a detention center. And so today she's going to help explain basically how we find family members and share that information with you so that if you find yourself in a situation where your family member is being detained by ICE, then we can help you in this tutorial essentially know what to do if your family member has been detained. Maria, go ahead.
So la primera pregunta que ha puesto la abogada es si usted conoce a alguien o está buscando a alguien que ha sido detenido por ICE. Si sí conoce a alguien, hay un sitio de web que es locator.ice.gov, donde usted puede buscar sus familiares. Hay una opción donde usted puede cambiar el lenguaje. So we're going to pull up the online detainee locator system.
Okay, great. And I'm going to grab that website right now, and I'll post that link in the comments.
Okay, perfect. So ustedes van a enviar un enlace. Ustedes pueden oprimir este enlace que es de locator.ice.gov. Allí van a ver dos maneras cómo ustedes pueden buscar sus familiares. La primera es usando el número de extranjero de ellos, que es el A-number, y el país de nacimiento. Y la segunda manera es usando su información biográfica, que incluye su nombre, su apellido y el país de nacimiento. La fecha de nacimiento es opcional y no es necesario. Siempre en cuando alguien llame, es preferido buscar por el número de A.
So what happens in the situation where they talk to their family member who has just crossed the border or been apprehended by the border, and they say, I'm not in an ICE facility? What does that mean?
Do you want to answer in English or Spanish?
In Spanish is great, thank you.
Okay.
I'm going to summarize what I said so everyone's on the same page.
Okay, so, ¿qué pasa cuando ustedes no pueden encontrar a alguien? Lo que pasa es que algunas veces están detenidos por Border Patrol, por ejemplo en McAllen o en Yuma. Hay unos centros donde sus familiares se quedan mientras que se están procesando o mientras que ellos lleguen a un centro de detención.
Okay, and what happens if they're really not detained by any immigration facilities? Because we know that sometimes they're picked up and held in marshal custody. Can you describe that process?
Sí, si ellos están detenidos bajo custodia marcial por un crimen criminal, entonces ellos tienen que servir su sentencia criminal antes que son transferidos a la custodia de ICE.
Okay, so we've kind of covered what happens and where they're going to go. Do you have any additional information about where we can find people, perhaps reaching out to their consulate?
Yes. So, si ustedes no pueden encontrar sus familiares utilizando el sitio de web de Online Detainee Locator System, también pueden llamar a su consulado desde su país y ellos le pueden ayudar a encontrar sus familiares.
Great, thank you. And what about when will the family member call them and let them know where they're at?
Cuando sus familiares le llamarán, depende en cuando ellos lleguen a un centro de detención. Puede ser unos días, puede ser 2 semanas, puede ser más de un mes, por ejemplo, para las personas que están detenidas en McAllen.
Okay. Yeah. And just to summarize for the non-Spanish speakers like me, essentially what everything Maria's talked about so far is that we can go to, I've posted the links in the comments below for typing in your family member's A number, and that's going to be on their wristband that they have on them in the detention center. It's going to be an A followed by what looks kind of like a social security number. If you don't have that, then you can locate them by typing in their name and their date of birth. Now, so in their country of birth. Something to keep in mind is that many times if you have a last name that's easy to misspell, or a name that perhaps is hyphenated. So my last name is Gaston Walsh, and if you hyphenate those, then I'm not going to come up in the online detainee locator, even if that's my correct name. But if you just try different combinations essentially of how someone might spell your family member's name, because those things do understandably get mixed up on the ICE side. Now, we don't know exactly how long it's going to take before your family member is going to call you, because in some facilities, particularly in McAllen, it's taking in so many detainees right now, so many folks who are crossing the border, that the processing times alone are really difficult. So it's important to reach out to your consulate if you are unable to find them, if we are unable to find them. Sometimes your country's consulate is going to be a great resource for you. Okay, so moving into the next questions, Maria.
Yes. So la siguiente pregunta, ¿puedo visitar si no tengo estatus aquí? And this question, is this referring to the detention centers?
So how can I visit my family member in the detention center here, especially if I have no status? Exactly. So if you're undocumented here, or you've overstayed a visa or something like that, are you allowed to go to the detention center? And the answer is yes. You know, you can go visit your family member. ICE is not there many of the facilities are not even run by ICE. They're contracted out, and so they have no jurisdiction over asking you about your immigration status at all. And even the facilities that are run by ICE, you just need a valid form of ID to come and go. They're not there to take you into custody or anything like that. Obviously, we live in kind of precarious times, so it's important to be wise in any type of interaction you have with ICE. But for the most part, it's always been very safe for you to go, into the immigration detention centers to be able to visit family members. Going into immigration court sometimes is a little bit different, but especially these facilities where they're being contracted out to employees who they wear a uniform, but they're not actually working for anyone but a company, like a US-based company. They have no jurisdiction over you, and you can go visit your family member.
So la respuesta para la pregunta es sí. Si usted no tiene estatus legal aquí en los Estados Unidos, sí puede visitar sus familiares que están detenidos. Solo se requiere que usted lleve una forma de identificación para entrar. En estos tiempos siempre es algo sabio de tener cuidado y tener cuidado de las preguntas que usted contesta. Si fuera una corte de inmigración, es un poco diferente, pero en estos centros de detenciones, la mayoría de las veces ni están corridos por ICE. Por ejemplo, aquí en Arizona están corridos por Core Civic. So sí pueden visitar a sus familiares.
Right. So if you are in need of help, we are here to help families because we're all members of very strong, close family units. And it's really important for us to be able to help you connect with your family member. If you need help or your family member needs help, please give us a call. Our number is here. We can help you with bond. Maria will be your main point of contact on bond and everything that we need to do. We are very fortunate in that we've never lost a bond case, and I hope that we can continue that trend. Obviously, nothing can ever go on forever, but we hope that we can continue that trend and help your family get reconnected And even if bond is not possible in your family member's case, that we can help them all over the United States, whether it's with asylum, which is something we specialize in, or other types of cases to help them stay in the United States lawfully.
Sí, si usted necesita ayuda para sacar a su familia de la detención, podemos ayudarlo con fianza. Ahí está nuestro número en la pantalla. Nosotros nunca hemos perdido una fecha de corte para fianza. Es algo que hacemos frecuentemente. Si ellos no califican por fianza, nosotros podemos ayudar a ustedes y a sus familias pelear el caso de ellos, sea un caso de auxilio o lo que sea. Nosotros somos expertos en inmigración.
Our phone number is here if you need help, or you can message us here on Facebook, and we're happy to visit with you in English or Spanish, and we have other translators to help with additional languages as needed. So we're here to help you, and we wish you the very best of luck.
De nuevo, aquí está nuestro número. Nosotros podemos ayudarlo en inglés, en español, y hasta tenemos asociados que hablan diferentes idiomas. Nosotros estamos aquí para ayudarles y buena suerte.
Okay, thank you.